Okay, so this isn't the usual roof vlog spot, but I thought this would be like a nice, cool, quiet place to sort of get some vlog, talk, good time. Felt like I haven't given like a good update in a while. Yeah, so I'm just coming back from a run. I haven't yet built up this. I run to a bridge that's from my apartment to a bridge that's near the Washington Monument. I haven't built up enough stamina yet to be able to run back, but I can run there, and that's a really big accomplishment for me because I've spent years not being able to run, period, where I would run a couple of feet and be completely defeated. Like, I don't know, it was always something that I was almost ashamed of in a way. It's sort of something that I was always trying to overcome. I decided now's a better time than ever to attempt to overcome said flaw, and I sort of have. I'm still a work in progress, and I'm eons better than I have because I'm running to near the Washington Monument from my apartment, which is I'm about a quarter of the way back. There's the Washington Monument, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty tough, but I'm powering through anyway. I wanted to vlog here. I forgot what I was going to talk about. Shoot. So if you haven't checked out, our Ruby podcast is going really well. It's becoming a lot more popular than I imagined. I was imagining it to be on Two Fine Looking Brothers level, where I get a couple of views each podcast, which are probably friends. But no, it's actually doing better than I expected, which I'm very, very happy about. It's probably getting a little less than 200 views on the first one, and this is probably thanks to the Ruby community, because I've never found a better fandom in a way. Ruby fandom is top tier. I love how the Ruby fandom is very close knit. We're a community. We're there for each other, and that's what I like about it so much. So yeah, I'm really happy about that podcast. It's probably my favorite podcast to do at this point. I'm honestly enjoying it a little bit more than Two Fine Looking Brothers. Anyway, what else was I going to say? So I remember what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about this election, and I'm not going to go into detail with it because everyone's probably sick and tired of hearing about this election. Literally, it's just, I'm ready for it to be done. It's an embarrassment to our country as being one of the lead democracies in the world. This election is seriously an embarrassment. I've heard, when I was in Israel, what Israelis think of this election. Now they're leading democracy. I've seen Japanese coverage of the election. We're an embarrassment. It's pathetic that we got this to the point where we're having these two candidates running for the presidency of the United States. And granted, there is a separation of powers in our country, which I'm very grateful for. And obviously the president doesn't hold all the power, but the president is a very big deal. It has a lot of influence on the policy and what's going to happen to our country for the next 48 years. And I find it pathetic, frankly, that these are the two candidates we're dealing with. But this is a little dark area that's not open, so I probably want to move. But yeah, I find it quite pathetic that this is the situation that we're dealing with currently. But I wanted to say, probably no one cares, but I think don't get me wrong, before I say this, I want to say despise is the right word. I think both candidates are absolutely pathetic, and I do not understand how either of them could have thing. I think they're both terrible choices for the president of the United States. And don't get me wrong, if you support someone, you're an avid supporter of this candidate, by all means, that's completely okay, and I'm completely all for your support of that candidate. Who a person supports politically does not, to me, provide such an indication of their personality. You can support anyone, you can still be the nicest person. But yeah, so I think I've decided who I'm going to vote for, and I'm going to vote probably either tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to fill out my ballot, but I hate to say it, and I was very adamant that I wasn't going to be voting because I was under the impression that Florida was a write-in state. Little did I know it is not, and I was going to write in Bernie Sanders, who is a particular candidate that I do actually support. And I don't agree with all of his policy stances, and I don't agree with all his opinions. Obviously, he's not a supporter of Israel, which is one of my biggest policy concerns, period. And that's a little bit, that makes him in the morally gray area for me. But out of all candidates coming out of this election, Bernie Sanders is the one I've stood by the most and definitely supported the most, regardless of that stark disagreement. And I think as much as I wanted to write in Bernie Sanders, not allowed. So I have to pick between the two main candidates. Obviously, I gotta pick a third party, but I mean, I don't support them either, and they're not gonna win, obviously. And I think I've decided that I'm gonna give my vote to Hillary Clinton. And I hate to say that because there's clearly no indication on whether she'll, like, obviously it's wise to ally with a democratic nation and have Israel as your prime ally in the Middle East. But there's definitely enough liberal concerns regarding the whole Israeli-Palestinian conflict and that whole situation, and I would call myself a liberal person, but that's one issue that I'm definitely not. So there's no guarantee that Hillary Clinton's going to be good for Israel, but the thing is, and I feel like there is definitely a guarantee that Trump will probably be good for Israel, since his son-in-law is an Orthodox Jew, so obviously he doesn't want to piss off his Orthodox Jew son-in-law, like, their family, like, you know what I mean? But, yeah, the whole thing comes, okay, so Hillary to me is definitely a very, definitely shady and untrustworthy person, in my opinion. However, I feel like a calculating, manipulative, sinister person would still make a better leader than someone who is a complete moron and wouldn't be able to handle a foreign policy, which is foreign relations at all properly. So that's my stance on that. But that's why I think, like, I just can't see Trump with the nuclear button if he gets pissed at a country. I can't have that thought in my head, that knowing that Trump has the ability to do that. So that is where my decision was made, and as much as I hate having to make that decision, I think that's the decision that I'm gonna make. So that's about it. I think you're wondering how my front-facing camera is getting the wall so effectively. My back-facing camera just randomly started working. I was gonna get it fixed, like last week, but I didn't because I didn't have enough time. The universe works in mysterious ways, my friend. The universe works in mysterious ways. Now I can actually more effectively open this new package. I was going to do a front-facing camera. This is the package from Rooster Teeth, and you will find out what's inside soon. You could probably guess. If you're one of the few viewers of this vlog, you probably know what I ordered. But, this bag isn't funny. This bag contains internet. If I was in middle school, I would be laughing my ass off at that. But guess what? I'm not, so that's not funny at all. So that's a package from Rooster Teeth. Let's open this thing. The physical copy of the Ruby Volume 3 soundtrack. Look at it. I thought it was just gonna be this. It's such nice art. God, I've been wanting this album for so long. I've been listening to it on YouTube for months. I'm so happy I got it. Okay, let's see. So you got 2 discs. Okay, so this side's the actual album part of it, up to here. Yeah, this is the actual like album, and then the rest is just background music, but or the score. Original score, original soundtrack. That makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think about that. But, yeah, I can't wait to rip this, and I can't wait to listen to this. So psyched. Oh, it's my destiny.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, here's out. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. Yo, so we're here in Georgetown, ready to see Doctor Strange in IMAX 3D. I'm here with Thomas Elmar and Sam are online. Is Elon coming?
No, I don't believe he is.
Okay.
I think it's
look
just
at this. Wait, look. Oh, over here. Look at the poster behind us. Can't wait for Catastrophes. It better be good. It literally better be, because it's like a prequel to one of. When has a prequel to one of the greatest movie series ever let us down?
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the
Good morning, guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning. I just watched the new RWBY episode. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about that here because that goes in the podcast. Our RWBY podcast is actually one of the most popular series on our channel, which I'm pretty proud of. So go definitely check it out. If you like RWBY, if you like people talking, discussing, and analyzing RWBY, it's the podcast for you. That's that, yeah. So I want to talk about a couple of things. First, what I'm doing today. So today I just found out that I found out last night that a bunch of people in a program got a shit ton of tickets to go to the African American, I guess, the History and Culture Museum, and I've really wanted to go to that really badly, but the issue is that you need tickets months in advance because it's a brand new museum. It literally opened while I've been here, if you don't know. So they got tickets, and I guess I'm going in an hour or two, which I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, if you remember last night, I saw Doctor Strange with a couple people, and I was looking forward to it. I thought it was pretty good. I wouldn't say it's amazing or anything. It was very cheesy at some points. The villain was pretty standard, run-of-the-mill, typical, uninteresting Marvel villain. But I enjoyed it, and I feel like it definitely is another one of those setup movies for like Infinity War and everything. And I feel like they're really pushing Thor Ragnarok, which is going to be a fantastic movie, hopefully. Like, because with all this hype that they're putting on Thor Ragnarok, it better be good, because they've tied this movie in so much in the past few movies. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Thor Ragnarok should be good. But Doctor Strange was pretty good. Probably, I'd say it's still I'd say it's somewhere on the center of my rankings of Marvel Cinematic Universe films. It's definitely not one of the bad ones, but it's definitely not one of the amazing ones. But I'll definitely recommend seeing it. The 3D is phenomenal. Some of the best 3D I've seen in a movie. The way the movie is, the style of the movie complements the use of 3D like perfectly. They go hand in hand. You'll know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. But yeah, so going off that, I did watch an anime series this week, and this is, obviously, if you don't know, my favorite anime studio is Studio Trigger. They were originally the people that made Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, which is my favorite anime and fictional story of all time, with Gainax, and then they broke off of Gainax and formed their own studio where they made Kill la Kill, Little Witch Academia, most recently Kiznaiver, which was okay. But yeah, their studio's phenomenal, and this was released, I think, coinciding with Kiznaiver. If I'm incorrect, please let me know. But I watched the first 2 episodes when it first came out, but it's very hard to watch weekly. It's a show you should probably watch in one sitting, because it's 7-minute episodes, but it's 13 7-minute episodes. And this show is Space Patrol Luluko, or Uchu Patrol Luluko in Japanese. But I loved it. It's obvious. It's imagine Kill la Kill without the deep story, just all out trigger madness, like just complete like just trigger insanity. Everything you loved about Kill la Kill, and it's just the most trigger show ever. If you like Inferno Cop, if you like Kill la Kill, if you like trying to think of another example, but yeah, if you like those shows, and you'll probably like it even if you like Gurren Lagann, but if you like those shows, you'll probably love Space Patrol Luluco. Obviously I'm warning you, there's not much plot substance, but it's one of those shows that doesn't really need plot substance at all. It's one of those shows that's literally just you watch it and you have a great time doing so, and it's extremely rewarding. For if you're a longtime fan of Studio Trigger, this show is extremely rewarding because there are a lot of nods, references, throwbacks to a lot of early Trigger and that when they were working at Gainax, even Gainax work. And so I would highly recommend Space Patrol Luluco. It's great. Love it. 10 out of 10. Theme song.
There once was a man named Gold Roger who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I own in one piece.
Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for One Piece, the treasure that would make their dreams come true.
Yo!
Give it up, Joshy.
Don't give it up.
Alberta.
Don't give it up.
Zach.
Don't give it up. 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 Set sail for One Piece.
Yo, so we're on our way to the African American History Museum. I could use the back camera again. Yeah. So
No more pixelated photos.
yeah, should be cool. Looking forward to it. What do you have to say, Thomas?
I thought it was like we're going to the African American Museum. Okay, my hair's messed up, okay?